morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Winchester. Today is January 24th, and we want to thank you for starting off your morning with us. We were actually out of school yesterday because it was so cold, and we actually had a lot of snow. I was really excited about that. That's
I
the
was
most
too.
snow I've seen, not just this year, but last year too. So I was pretty excited about that.
I was wondering if we were actually going to get any kind of towards the beginning of our Christmas season. I was like, are we going to get any snow days? Well, now we're, with all that water stuff, we're kind of almost out of snow days. I don't know if you heard or not.
Yeah, we only have a certain amount of snow days actually left, and because we are running on separate schedules because the high school had a little bit of, I guess, mechanical difficulties, I guess you could say, but we were out for a little bit because of that, and then plus we've had the snow days. Yeah, it's kind of strange. All the snow actually melted, even though it didn't get above freezing, but obviously the roads were fine, so we are here today.
That's right.
Yay! We're going to get started with some big shot birthdays. Just a little disclaimer for today. Everyone on this list decided to have like the hardest name to pronounce, so if this is like your all-time idol and I totally butchered their name, I'm super sorry, but nonetheless, we'd like to give them a happy birthday shout out. We have Aaron Neville and Neil Diamond, who are both turning 73 today. We have comedian Yakov Smirnoff, is 63. We also have Nastasha Kinski, who is turning 55. Olympic gymnast Mary Lou Retton is 46. Matthew Lillard from Trouble with the Curve and Scream is 44. We also have Ed Helms from The Hangover and The Office turning 40. Tatiana Ali from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is turning 35. And then Misha Barton from The OC is 28. Again, if I butchered any of those names, I'm severely sorry. But if January 24th is your birthday, we'd like to wish you a happy birthday as well.
That's right. I don't think you did that bad of a job, actually, with those names.
Well,
So
you never know.
you never know. But anyway, if you thought you could love Let It Go, the Oscar-nominated hit song from the film Frozen, any more than you already do, think again. On Wednesday, Disney made the internet's collective jaw drop when it released a mashup of the heart-clenching ballad sung in 25 different languages. The soundtrack of Frozen is currently the #1 album on the Billboard charts, while Let It Go is 25th on the Billboard Hot 100.
I still haven't seen that movie, but I'm actually, now that I hear more and more hype about it, I'm actually really considering going to see it or rent it whenever it comes out.
Yeah, I forget when it came out, it like topped some of the big, what was thought to be one of the bigger movies, and it came out on top of those. So I've heard a lot about it.
I mean, I don't know if it's still in theaters. Probably in some places it is, but definitely I'm going to try to see if I can get a look at that. We also have a list of some of our special events or special holidays. I'm going to kind of cover you for today and the rest of the weekend. Some of these are pretty silly, but we have today is actually National Compliment Day, and it's also Peanut Butter Day. So that's kind of interesting, I guess. And then Saturday is Opposite Day. And so that's kind of funny to me because people are always claiming it's Opposite Day, when they mess up on things like that. But I guess Saturday is actually the official Opposite Day. And then Sunday is Spouse Day, also known as Military Spouse Day. And it is a day dedicated to being thankful for having, a spouse in your life, and also to boost morale and well-being of spouses of those in the military. So.
Okay, sounds good. So I'm kind of excited about this one I'm about to read. So for years, he was a centerpiece of NBC's comedy schedule with The Cosby Show. Now at age 76, Bill Cosby is planning a return to the network with a familiar theme, starring as the patriarch in a family comedy. Cosby has struck a development deal with NBC for a half-hour comedy that addresses parenting and marriage. While NBC is not committed to a series or even a pilot yet, according to the people familiar with the situation, the comedian is working with writers to develop a show that could make his return to primetime television. Cosby does say, though, however, that I am not, however, looking to remake The Cosby Show. And just kind of for a little side note, airing on NBC from 84 until 92, The Cosby Show was one of the top 5 shows on television for all but its final year. So
that's true. I know a lot of people really love The Cosby Show, and I think even now on certain channels they'll play like reruns.
Oh yeah,
marathons.
I walked into my parents' room last night and it was on, and I think there was another show that had Cosby. It wasn't The Cosby Show, but I guess he did some other show that really wasn't as good. I can't even remember what it was called.
Yeah, well, I know that show will probably be really funny because, like you mentioned, he is a pretty funny guy. Another thing that's kind of interesting that they're bringing back which I guess has recently been rumored around, and I'm thinking it is confirmed now. But if people remember Tyra Banks in the movie Life Size with Lindsay Lohan, there's actually going to be a Life Size 2 with Tyra Banks again. Not sure about the Lindsay Lohan thing. I think she'll probably stay out of this next one. But yeah, that's just kind of floating around in the rumor mill. Don't know if it's completely confirmed yet, but a lot of people have been talking about it, including celebrities. So I'm thinking that it's probably pretty official. We also have a list of the top TV shows from the week of January 13th to the 19th. Our top 5 right here, we have the football game, San Francisco at Seattle, which of course we talked about a little bit. And then also we have NCIS, which we always have on these lists. We have the Los Angeles one, and then also American Idol, because that started up on Wednesday.
Okay.
So yeah, that concludes our top 5 for our TV list. We'll probably release the next few after our interview and things like that. But for right now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the weather. And as you can see, it's just a normal kind of winter week. As you can see, those lows are really, really cold. I know today is absolutely freezing. And then when you get into Saturday, there's some moisture there, so who knows what that'll turn into. The roads will probably be pretty slick, things like that. But for the most part, it just looks like a pretty normal winter week.
Oh yeah, especially
Nothing
Tuesday.
too out of the ordinary.
Yeah, Tuesday looked to be pretty cold. So for one last thing, speaking of cold, we know that the Winter Olympics is going to be coming up. So Chicago Fire, I don't know, have you heard that show, Chicago Fire?
No, I have not.
It's supposed to be a really good show. So for all the fans out there, Chicago Fire will be off the air for more than a month during the Winter Olympics, but the show's diehard fans will be able to catch up with members of Firehouse 51. NBC is producing 4 new webisodes that will premiere online at NBC.com during the Winter Olympics. In the webisodes, which will debut on February 11th, Dawson's firefighter training is put to a test when a crisis erupts near Station 51, and she is the only one around to respond. So kind of catch that, see what that's all about.
It's cool that they're providing that online for the fans.
I did too. I've never watched it, but I have seen previews. It does look to be pretty good.
And so if you're a diehard fan, definitely go ahead and check out those episodes.
Right.
And I'm a pretty big Olympics fan, so I'm pretty excited for that.
I am too. I've never really watched the Winter Olympics that much, but I'm going to this year, I think.
I know, it's got my favorite. I like the ice skating and things of that sort, yeah. So I'm pretty excited for that. That's all the time we have for right now, so you can join us after the commercial break. We'll be joined by Lisa Crabtree, who's going to talk to us a little bit more about a Pink Out game that we're going to have to support breast cancer and things of that sort. So definitely tune in after this commercial break.
St. Teresa's Outreach Ministry in Winchester, Tennessee is a private company categorized under social service and welfare organizations. STORM is a local non-sectarian, non-profit charitable organization providing services to those in need who typically fall through the cracks in this area's social services net. It is located at 900 South Shepherd Street in the Franklin County Annex Building. People in need are encouraged to pick up food supplies when available and to apply for financial help with security deposits for utility bills, rent, as well as medical expenses, gas, and other needs. To contact them, call 968-6540.
Be a parent, not a peer.
I need you to give me clear rules.
I just want to hear that you love me.
Let me know you care.
Ask me about my social life.
Ask me about school.
It's okay to check up on me.
I might complain, but I really do want you to check up on me.
Please see how I'm doing.
I want you to be in my life. I want you to know I'm okay.
Be a parent, not a peer. This message produced for you by the Franklin County High School Media Arts class in collaboration with the Franklin County Prevention Coalition.
Oh my gosh, what a loser. She's such a geek. Get lost.
This dip is better than that dip.
Young man, we received an anonymous tip about an underage drinking party last night at this address. When teens drink on your property, you're responsible. Parents who host lose the most.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an Academy Award.
Yeah, but not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. As you see, we're joined with Athletic Director Lisa Crabtree, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about the Pink Out game. So if you could just kind of...
Wonderful. Good morning. How are y'all?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. Wonderful. Absolutely. We, Franklin County High School has used the last 4 years to support the Multi-County Cancer Network with our basketball Pink Out. It's something that the Leo Club came up with to kind of add something to basketball homecoming, the idea of a homecoming. So what we're doing is we take nominations from each club at Franklin County High School, male and female, their nominee for King and Queen of the Pink Out festivities. And then those clubs may raise money, they may take donations, kids can vote, penny a vote, so the club that has the most money put into their container for their candidate, that candidate is the winner of the Pink Out and will be crowned King and Queen, Mr. and Miss Pink, the night of our Pink Out ceremony. And as you can see by this example, each club kind of decorates their own container. And it a lot of times has something to do with the club. FFA, this year FFA has a four-wheel drive truck that they're collecting money in. Last year it was a tractor that they collected money. You have drama has like the masquerade face that you would see you know, in a drama production or art production. So different ones use things that have to do with their club to decorate their box. And the boxes have the name of the club and the name of the candidates, and then during lunch or before after school, people just come by and put money in the box of the person that they want to vote for. We've tried to begin this now for several days, but have had problems with weather and things being in school. But we are continuing to take money, take public donations. Students can bring money to school through next Friday, which is January 31st, and that afternoon I'll have the final tally on the money so we know Saturday night, February 1st, who will be crowned King and Queen of the Pink Out.
Okay. And you mentioned that it's been hard to kind of get rolling, but another way that people can add to the donations is through the T-shirts.
Absolutely. The money from the T-shirts goes straight to the Cancer Association. It is not involved in the Mr. and Miss Pink. It is just to the Cancer Association. So I'm selling T-shirts. They're a different color this year. It's a kind of a light pink with a silver ink on the front, FCHS Pink Out. The shirts are $10, and all profits or proceeds off of that go into the Multi-County Cancer. Now I'm taking orders through Monday. Okay. So anybody that wants a T-shirt can see me or Miss Felicia Baxter. She's also helping me with the voting, and I'll take your T-shirt order. We'll order those on Monday, and they will be here by Thursday afternoon or Friday, so you can get them home and then wear them Friday at school or at the Pink Out on Saturday night.
Okay.
And then as far as the game goes, I know that it's kind of been rescheduled a little bit.
We had to reschedule. We've missed so much for snow. It was actually supposed to be tomorrow night, but there's just no way to get that done. So it is next Saturday night, February the 1st. It is a rescheduled game with Columbia, and if you know anything about Columbia boys and girls are both battling in a first place situation, and so both of our teams benefit by winning that game. So we've got a lot going on. There'll be the dance team, the cheerleaders, a lot of things happening, and then during boys halftime, we will crown our King and Queen of Pink. We'll have all the clubs and the representatives. It makes a nice evening. The whole gym decorated in pink. Also have some pom-poms that we're selling at the game, pink pom-poms. Everything that night is just about Rebels and Rebelettes, FCHS, supporting the Cancer Association and their idea of treating and preventing cancer.
And I know that this has been kind of a big thing since I've been in high school, and has it been a success in the past?
It has, absolutely. Last year, we topped our previous year's amounts. We had over $2,100. Talked to Mr. Mantooth this year before we started, and this is one of the things he really likes. He's really excited about this. He's been affected very closely. His father passed away not too long ago, and it was a situation involving cancer that way, and so he's real big in supporting this. He wants $2,500 this year, so he has challenged the high school to come up with $400 more than we did last year. So we're shooting for $2,500 by next Friday afternoon.
And we're definitely thinking about continuing this in the future as well.
Absolutely. I think the school likes it. I think the kids like it. Everybody in this building has been affected in one way or the other, with a close family member, a friend, something has affected them cancer-wise. And it's just a good thing for us as young people, the school, education, training. One of the things we need to learn to do is to give back. And so this is one way that we do that.
Now, are we going to have a pep rally for the basketball, or
the weather has really bothered us with that. We have been in and out, and class time and testing and all, and we had a big thing planned with that, but it does not look like we're going to be able to do that because of being out of school so much.
Right.
We sort of pepped at home, I guess, is kind of the way things have been lately, but we do hope to have the big celebration on Saturday.
Okay.
Like you mentioned, we have kind of gotten a late start, so definitely if people want to bring by those donations, that's really helpful.
Absolutely. If they want to send it by student, they want to send it by teacher, if they want to come to the school themselves, you can ask for me. They'll call me to the front office. I'll get the money. Any way that you'd like to make that donation, we have until January 31st to get our money collected.
And can they put it in the individual, like the club boxes?
Absolutely. If they want to bring me an envelope and designate what candidate that goes to or what club that goes to, that's perfectly fine as well.
Well, the more competition, the better.
Absolutely, and we all win in this. You know, no matter who brings in the most money, it's that Franklin County wins because it all goes back into the community.
It's definitely a great event, and I'm proud to be a part of a school that does something like this.
Absolutely.
And I really want to thank you for being on our show to talk to us a little bit more about that, and also kind of open up the public.
Anytime. I'm proud of us. We do a great job. Our kids here do a great job with a lot of things, and this is just one of them.
Well, thank you so much for being here. We're going to be right back to Wake Up Winchester after this commercial break.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. We'd like to thank Lisa Crabtree for being on our show and giving you guys a little bit more information about the Pink Out. Has been kind of hectic with all the snow days and things of that sort. So we're really looking to kind of make up on some of the donations that we missed last week. So definitely if you have any donations that you would like to either drop by in some people's boxes or you would just like to make a general donation, definitely encourage everybody to do that because it is for a really great cause. And again, we're trying to meet that goal of 2,500, I think she said. So that would be awesome if we could get that, or maybe even a little bit more. So you know, participation from the community is always accepted and encouraged.
Yes.
And as you can see, we have Alyssa Holly here. She is going to be our kind of community news girl.
Yes, that's what I'm here for. So starting off with a little bit of community news. Obviously, the Southern Tennessee Ladies Society were on our show 2 days ago, I believe. So just a reminder that their wine tasting event is this Saturday at the Country Club. If you buy your tickets in advance, they're $20. If you buy them at the door, they're $25. They have great entertainment, hors d'oeuvres, and there's a silent auction, so make sure you make it out for that because that goes to their scholarship fund, which is a really, really great way to raise money for that. Also, there is the Friends of the Library at the Franklin County Library, which is a winter book sale at the library conference room in Winchester from the 22nd to the 25th. All the books are $1 and all proceeds go to benefit the library. They're going to have their normal annual sale, but this is an extra sale just to help benefit the proceeds of the library. As well, it is Mardi Gras time. Yeah, everyone loves Mardi Gras. Everyone loves Mardi Gras. At Monterey Station, there'll be the return of the Nashville award-winning band, the Respectables. So you can get your tickets from the School of Good Shepherd. There's also a silent auction there, and there will be dancing and food. So that would be a really fun time. I'm not really sure what the proceeds go to. It doesn't mention that, but
it's probably something good.
Yes, yeah. So let's just say that's a total positive plus. Go check that out. Also, North Middle School is having a yard and bake sale, which is sponsored by their student councils, and all of the proceeds go to support the Janet Towery Scholarship Fund. It's on March 15th from 8 to 2 p.m., and it will be in the North Middle School cafeteria. They are accepting items the Friday before, so get out there, bake those goods, because they go to a really good scholarship fund that's very appreciated by the community.
And again, some of those events are kind of later on in the year and maybe in a couple months, so there will be more details kind of like as those things are probably being sorted out. Maybe we can even have people on our show to talk about it.
That's right.
Wouldn't that be interesting? But something I forgot to mention earlier when I was going over, you know, kind of our little holidays and things like that, Sunday is actually going to be the Grammy Awards.
Wow. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about the Grammys.
I don't really watch any of the award ceremonies.
I'm not a big award ceremonies fan, but with the Grammys this year, there's a couple artists that are nominated for some awards that I'm really excited about. So I actually am only watching for them. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like another stroke to someone's ego because they're already famous. You know they already have all these awards. So like, I know, let's have another award ceremony. Give them more awards. How about that?
The only award ceremony I ever watch really is the CMAs. Honestly, I watch the CMAs. That's it.
Now, what is the Grammys? Is it television or is
the Grammys is music. The Oscars is television movies. The Grammys is music. So it's all big music. But the one thing I do appreciate about the Grammys is just not like pop.
It's
and
more,
rock.
It's
very. It's it's much more like, I guess, evening gowns and whatnot. But it's just like they have some very, very weird, I guess, award categories because it's like best Spanish music pop album. Like that's not at a normal award show. So it's definitely different in comparison.
Well, as most people remember, there has been some risque performances at some of our previous music award ceremonies. Not this year, obviously, but into last year, like the VMAs and such. My girl Miley was just tearing up the floor. I still look back at them like, what are you doing? But, you know, hopefully they'll class it up a little bit for the Grammys.
Always do.
And fingers crossed for whoever Alyssa may be rooting for. But yeah, that should be a good time. And I know it's always usually hosted by some pretty funny people too, right?
Yeah.
So wasn't it like last year? Was it the Oscars or Grammys that LL Cool J hosted? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. One of them is horrible. I remember one of them is always really awkward. So hopefully they get someone really funny this year.
Yeah.
To kind of that.
I don't know if anyone saw the Golden Globes. I didn't watch the Golden Globes, but I saw the beginning, and Tina Fey and Amy Poehler were the hosts, and that was hilarious because they were just very good. They were a very good little partnership, so they should definitely do something of that.
I remember one year I watched Anne Hathaway and like James Franco, and they hosted something.
They hosted the Oscars last year.
It was like just painful. I have like really bad secondhand embarrassment. I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't know if I can do this. And then we also have the number of the day. He mentioned just a little bit of hint for what this is. He mentioned that the Winter Olympics are going to be going on soon. So the number of the day is 1,539. Can you guys guess what it is? I told them earlier. It's the hours of Sochi Olympics coverage NBC and its family networks will carry. So if you are an Olympics fan, you have like nearly 2,000 hours of footage to watch.
That's a lot of footage.
You're gonna be
busy.
It's a lot, yeah.
So in a little bit more entertainment news, Arnold Schwarzenegger can be seen in a sort of disguise in Bud Light's Super Bowl teaser. And now he's in a viral video going undercover as an employee at Gold's Gym in Venice, California, to draw attention to his after-school All-Stars program, which I've actually never heard about that.
I haven't either, but I know that the Super Bowl is coming up, and my favorite part of the Super Bowl is the commercials.
Oh yeah,
the best part.
Definitely. So basically, the gym that he kind of went undercover in was the gym that he worked out in during the 70s when he was doing all that bodybuilding stuff. So, yeah, he kind of would just go around bothering people, and they would kind of get a little, I guess, annoyed, but then they'd realize who it was.
I think Arnold Schwarzenegger is just hilarious. He doesn't even have to say anything. I mean, he's just really, really funny. So I guess it'll be interesting to see him in a
Super Bowl commercial.
He's just a fun character.
Yeah.
That's really funny. So also, I think we covered one time how much like actors get overpaid.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the minimum is?
For an actor.
For an actor.
Like their minimum
like
wage?
how, like, I guess it would depend on how popular they are.
Okay, let's go with Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill, I would say, makes probably like $10 million a movie.
Are you gonna guess?
No.
Okay,
it'll be painfully
so for The Wolf of Wall Street, he accepted the pay of minimum wage. So a lot of people thought he made over like quite a few $1 million. He only made $60,000 for that movie because he wanted to work with Martin Scorsese so much that he said, I want to be in this so much. So they basically said, well, will you accept minimum wage? And he said, yeah.
Wow.
So that's still quite a bit of money.
And I know that movie is supposed to be really good.
I heard it. I heard it's very good, but it's very not the nicest.
Well, no, I mean the overall,
Overall, it's supposed to be a very good movie. It's got Jonah Hill and Leonardo DiCaprio, and anything Leonardo DiCaprio is in is good.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of more his modern movies. Some of the older stuff when he was younger, I honestly did not like.
Yeah, Jonah Hill, he's a funny guy, so I guess it'll be pretty interesting to see him play a little bit of a serious role, which is I'm assuming.
It's actually somewhat of a comedy movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Even though it's got Leonardo DiCaprio in it, it's actually supposed to be somewhat funny. Yeah, you'd be surprised, even though it's about Wall Street. But
I definitely need to check that one out. That and Frozen, I also want to get. But that's kind of some entertainment and movie news. That's all the time we have for today's show. If you have any comments, questions, or would like to be a guest on our show, you can email us at wakeupwinchester@fcrebels.com. Again, like to throw a little shout out to Lisa Crabtree for being on our show. It's really nice of her. I'm Casey Dennis.
I'm Alyssa Holly.
I'm Blake Shaw.
Thanks for watching.